Well, welcome back to another round of GT7 Tier 5 Championship. This is round 6 and we are on the Tokyo track. It's the south counterclockwise track. Let's have a look at the grids. So we've got Black Widow on pole once again. So she's put that Corvette, which definitely has a pace advantage over other cars around this track, on pole position. Mr. Berserk, who is our new championship leader, is in P2. T Smithy, really good qualifying for him, managing to get in P3, and Gin Tonics, who is joint at the top with Berserk, is in P4. Then we got Stewart in 5th place, Millsy in 6th, Quackhouse with a good qualifying in 7th there, SD 8th, Lil Sheepy, really disappointing qualifying for him, only managing 9th fastest. He's also in the hunt for the championship. D-Dubs is in 10th place, Danger 11th, Darvith 12th, Marvel Mags 13th, Reese 14th, JP is in 15th, and Super Cracker is in 16th place. So we've got a full grid of 16 drivers for Tier 5. So yeah, let's get started and see if Black Widow can convert her speed around here and car advantage into a win. So we're off, and looks like Berserk got a fairly decent start. So did Smithy just behind him as well. It looks like we're pretty much in single file though at the front as we head into turn 1. This is going to be a really good chance for Berserk to catch Black Widow in her slipstream and try and overtake her. Black Widow is taking the racing line, and it looks like she is going to try and defend the inside of the following corner, but Berserk is trying to have a look. Is he going to be able to get it under braking? No, and Smithy goes a bit wide. A lot of the drivers actually behind go wide, which is good news for Smithy. He manages to keep P3. If any of them had hit that apex, they would have moved into P3 for sure, but Danger looks like he took advantage of it all to move all the way up into 4th, and Sheepy's had a great start to be in the top 5 already as we sweep around this lovely right-hander and we go up to the tunnel, the uphill tunnel section of the track. It's very, very tight, but there is a possibility for overtaking to be done. Let's see, is Berserk close enough to try a move? Not quite. Let's see if there's anyone who's close enough. Looks like Marvel and Sheepy are having a little go at it as we exit the tunnel and we approach the hairpin. Marvel's got the inside line for this hairpin. Really high up in the grid Marvel is at the moment, which is nice to see. Jin's going to try and move around the outside and gets crowded out a little bit and has to settle for P7 for now. So yeah, very bad start for Jin. He was in P4 I think at the beginning and he's dropped 3 spots. Definitely one of the victims of the very first square kind of corner. That's multiple corners. I'm going to call it square corner. Oh, Jin hits the wall quite hard there and he's got damage. So Marvel's also got the exact same damage. So they're both potentially going to get caught by Quackhouse behind. Oh, Quackhouse also has front bumper damage, so maybe not. But Jin is very, very close to Marvel now. Is he going to have a look down the inside as we approach turn 1? Manages to cover it off well, does Marvel. Well, there may be a chance as we head through the first tunnel of the track. Also, she'll be all over the back of Danger right now. Looks like Berserk's getting challenged by... Oh, Berserk actually was challenging for the lead there. Let's just rewind that and see. So they were battling all the way through. Yeah, Berserk just got a really good exit from turn 1 and is right in Black Widow's slipstream, just like in lap 1, but has a little bit of a better run this time as he's already alongside Black Widow as we head out of the tunnel and into this big braking zone into the square corner. Oh, it looks like Black Widow managed to get the cut back though, and yeah, we got another right turn and a left turn as it looks like Black Widow has maintained her advantage in this race, only just for now. Marvel's still holding off Jin just a few seconds back as well. T Smithy has managed to take advantage of these cars battling as well, and it's now a 3-way fight for the lead. And it looks like Berserk may get another run on Black Widow. He is very close and it looks like he's going to try and get it done in the tunnel. No, he backs out of it. It's really difficult. It's really only one line through this tunnel section, but he is still right behind. And is he going to be able to do anything under braking? Not this time. What about a bit further back? Then just found himself with a half-second penalty. That's not ideal, and he goes wide at that corner, which is going to give Sheepy a little run up the ramp as we go back onto the highway. Great recovery drive here so far from Sheepy after a very disappointing qualifying. He's going to surely take P4 off Dench as we approach the start-finish line to start lap 3. Oh, Dench hits the wall as well, so the move might be done even more so, to be honest. Doesn't have any damage, fortunately for him. So now he's back at last place in this pack, and there's a bit of battling further down. D-Dub's recovering and is in P9 now, right behind his teammate. As they approach turn 1. So let's have a look. Is anyone challenging? Oh, Berserk's dropped right off the back of Black Widow and might get challenged by Smithy into the square corner. But he does brake perfectly, and it allows him a moment of relief. But now Smithy might... Oh, he has a great run on the exit as we approach the tunnel uphill. Lapping very quickly as Smithy, half a second up on the fastest lap. Struggling to keep up with his Nissan compared to the DBR9. He's actually approaching this corner a little bit further behind than when he entered the tunnel. So I don't know if he got his lines wrong or had to lift off the throttle momentarily. But he is right behind Berserk. Ooh, Dench had a little moment on the exit, but it doesn't look like it cost him too much time. Jin is still heading this big battle of cars. Huge gaggle. Marvel's dropping back a little bit now. But it looks like he's all over the back of Quack House here. Oh, he's all out of shape, Marvel. And now he's going to come under a bit of pressure from David. And he hits the wall on exit as well. And that's... Oh, I think David had to lift off a little bit there to avoid some contact. And that's going to stop his attempt, unless he tries something late into turn 1. Well, Marvel gets in front of Quack House, who must have had a penalty to serve. But he goes wide on the exit, and that's going to compromise him all the way down this little straight as we approach the square corners. So Marvel chooses his line, which is going to be the inside line for the first 3 corners. Quackhouse goes very, very wide. He's not going to lose just 1 place, but he's lost maybe 4 there. Very good news for Marvel Mags. But it has allowed his teammate D-Dubs maybe 2 or 3 seconds worth of gap to the cars behind, so we can just focus on putting the laps down and consolidating his position if he can't catch anyone in front. Jin is also trying to catch the chasing pack, the leading pack I should say. And Den just caught up to Sheepy really well here. This battle between 2nd and 5th is very close. Let's see how far ahead. Yeah, you can see Black Widow's already going up the hill. Everyone on the soft tyres today in the sprint as well. As you can see, it's a high-speed track. There's far less damage is done to the tyres because there's just fewer corners. It's actually quite difficult to get the tyres up to the right temperature. So Smithy might have a run on Berserk here. He is very close. Looks like he's approaching Berserk as well. Berserk will have to try something to defend into this next corner. No, Smithy doesn't Oh, very last minute look to see if it was possible to get the move done, but backs out of it again, and Berserk survives for now. Little Sheepy is definitely starting to drop off from these two as well. Denja seems to be all over the back of Little Sheepy. He does connect with the wall again though. As we go through the tunnel. Let's join this other battle. Very similarly gapped second and third and fourth with fifth. He does close the gap, but not enough to challenge this lap. And Sheepy managed to potentially gap Denja, but Denja did brake a lot later. He's got much more confidence on his brakes into the hairpin, a little bit braver as we head back to the highway. See what's going on a little bit further back. D-Dub's still solidly in 7th, and Marvel's still heading off this battle, but it's now JP who's caught up to him. JP is in the Toyota Supra, which is another car that can perform really well here with the straight line speed that it's got. So JP should be able to get past that DBR9 on one of these upcoming straights. Not yet though. Yeah, Sheepy again incredibly close to the back of Berserk. But again, just not close enough to get a move done. JP's lost a bit of time to Marvel. He's not going to be able to get a move done, but he might come under pressure from Dr. SD in the M6, another monster around here with the engine. Again, not quite yet. Let's see what's going on a bit further back. Oh, there's a bit of a battle between Davith and Super Cracker, I think it is, and Davith just manages to hold on to that position. So he's had a problem somewhere, dropped it back a little bit. And then further back, we got Reese, must have come into a little bit of trouble, and Quackhouse we saw go wide. So he's started to allow the mistakes to creep in. Oh, 1.5 second penalty for Black Widow. That could spell trouble because Berserk isn't too far behind. So they'll be... we'll see how close Berserk can get by the end of the lap. So that's a 1.5 second penalty. That means you're off the throttle for 1.5 seconds, and it's usually at the start of a straight. It's a fairly short straight on this track, but it usually penalises you much more than however long the penalty is. So Black Widow is about to cross that penalty line. Yep, there it is. And now she's off again, and we'll see how close Berserk can get to Black Widow. Maybe he needed a bit of a... oh, there she is. And he sweeps round before the braking zone to retake P1. Or take P1 for the very first time, I should say. But Black Widow's going to have a run on him into the square corners. Yep, he leaves the door open and she takes it. And she's going to have the inside line, and once again, and is going to get P1 back after her little mistake. She probably cut one of those corners that we just saw them pass. Smithy's actually dropped off the back of these two as well a little bit. Yep, she protects the inside and hits the apex on exit. Berserk was going to try a little bit of a cutback, see if it worked, but it didn't. Denja's dropped off the back of Sheepy, probably because he keeps losing traction on exit, which is, well, the WRX does that quite a lot. And then Jin, is he still just all on his own? Yeah. And then there's D-Dubs, then there's Millsy, who's in 8th. We haven't seen much of him so far this race, but he's managed to pick his way through the pack. It was Marvel and JP in these positions not too long ago. Yep, good drive from Millsy so far. JP's fallen back and is currently behind Stuart. Stuart in the AMG. Yeah, let's go back to the front. Black Widow still comfortably ahead of Berserk, but maybe only by half a second to a second. You just saw she had much better traction out of that final part of the square corners. But really clatters the wall on the exit, and that's going to compromise her run all the way up the hill and through this tunnel. So it will allow Berserk to close up a little bit. She'd already built up quite a decent gap. It'd be really difficult for Berserk. She'll have to make quite a big mistake for him to catch. I don't think it'll be done on pace. But this is also the last lap. It flew by, to be honest. We're on lap 8, and you just seen it tick over 15 minutes. So that was probably Berserk's last real chance to claim victory. Looks like Black Widow will be getting the fastest lap as well. So perfect day so far. Maximum points with pole position as well. She rounds the final corner for the final time of this sprint race, comfortably ahead. And that is win number, I think it's win number 4 for Black Widow. Or no, win number 3 for Black Widow. Berserk finishes second, so he will extend his championship lead over Jin, who's all the way down in 6th. Smithy with a great podium there. Didn't put her foot wrong all race, showing really solid pace there. Best pace since round 1 for him, I'd say. Lil Sheepy in P4, quite another solid result to continue his points ticking over, but he does need to start beating Berserk fairly soon if he wants to get back in the championship fight. Danger, a creditable 5th. Jin managed to recover to 6th after a dodgy first lap, I've got to say. D-Dubs P7, really solid result for D-Dubs, and solid for these two, Millsy and SD. Stuart P10 a little bit further down than what we're used to seeing. JP dropped down to 11th. Marvel also dropped down to 12th. Reese must have made some sort of mistake and he recovered to 13th in the end. Then we got Super Cracker Davith, and on pole position for the feature race is going to be Quackhouse. So yeah, thanks for watching, and join me when I post the feature race video shortly after I post this one.